Hey to the people, welcome to the third episode of the Summer House Review Show. I have Chad here with me again. How you doing, Chad?
I'm great. How you doing, Chase?
I'm good. By the way, I just want to say I know we don't talk our personal business or whatever, but I ran into Chad yesterday and baby, he was eating to look up. I know that's right.
Thank you, thank you. I try to
Look,
do a little something, something when I step out.
I know you was giving it to the people. Jay, what's the tea?
Listen, I'm recovering. Sunday Fun Day was a lot.
Yeah, I feel you. It was a lot. And I went ahead and did something I don't normally do, but I guess I liked it because I did it twice this weekend. We're not talking about sex. Basically, if you like see my stories, I was in a different world, baby. I wasn't playing with Dwayne this weekend. That's all I got to say. And I had a ball.
Oh,
Okay.
playing with Dwayne? I know that's right.
Yes. Well, I mean, wait. That probably I don't do that because you know how the people say the super freaky grandma should be doing all that kind of stuff. I don't do all that. But I had a good time this weekend, is what I will say. Anyways, thank you guys for liking, subscribing. Thank you, Twitter, for watching us. On Twitter, we get like a lot of traffic on these videos. And so I want to shout out Twitter or X, that community, as well as you guys making last week's Summer House bigger than the first one. So hopefully we can keep going and going and going. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys for being up here with me. And let's get right into it as we pick up with Summer and Jordan saying that Nick does get a bit handsy while they lay in the bed together.
Hmm. Hmm. You,
While
s-
they lay in the bed together, which is a,
we we see each other.
you know, I can't barely see, but that I do see clearly. I see that clearly. Uh, he says, you know, that they're friends and that they could have told him a long time ago that they were offended by him, you know, going above and beyond to have a great time, I guess we'll say, even though everyone acknowledges that there is no ill intent behind his drunken shenanigans. Jordan says that she doesn't want her man behaving like Nick. And by her man, I'm trying to figure out, is that code for Summer? Like, because at this point, not at this point. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hold it. I was gonna say, hold it together, girl, hold it together. But she doesn't want her man behaving like Nick, and she doubts how serious he is about his relationship. Jay, would you want your significant other? Because I don't know, you know, if you know, fluid, not fluid, straight, back. I don't know your business. That's your business. I don't care. But would you want your partner, your they or them, touching other people when they get a little cocktail in them? What's the tea?
No. But I know how I am. So I feel like I try to give a little grace. I don't know. I think it's all situational dependent what kind of touching you're doing. But generally, no, I am pretty jealous, but I think I can kind of read between the lines when it's not like that serious.
Okay. So Chad, where are you standing in the whole handsy, not handsy, Jordan summer of it all?
I'm a little. For me personally, I don't really care too much, but I'm also with Jay how he said it's situational. Like people do get a little touchy around their friends that they feel comfortable with. So I probably would, gauge it based off of who the friends are that you're doing all this with. But as far as them, I think that they read the room right. I mean, regardless, sometimes you don't want to be touched by whether by a friend or not. So I think that it was right for them to tell him. But like I said, it was no ill intent behind it. They knew that much at least that it was no like, ill intent behind it.
I am glad they were able to recognize that. I think it's, in my opinion, um, while there's no ill intent, it just seems to be a pattern for him. You know, he's been doing that. I mean, even considering his track record, right? We're just solely speaking about Nick. Last season, he didn't tell anybody he had a girlfriend until weeks in after he had slid in all their DMs. Now, oh, I got a girlfriend, but I'm just touching. Oh, it's just fun. No, back it up. Hold up, swole up. There's something a little off about you.
I agree there. That definitely made it um a little more interesting to the story because it's like it did come across as if he was trying to, I guess, get one of the girls by not saying anything. So I get how it could be looked at. I'll get both ways. I understand both ways. It definitely looks a little funny.
And then the rebeat of it all. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
I mean,
Tasia
hey,
Burn girl.
oh,
I
not
do
too
think that
tasty.
an undercover freak, though. Like, I think he tries to, be very Brooks Brothers about the situation, but he's definitely, I know the type well.
Isn't he a Q?
Is he?
I don't know. He act like it.
No, he a Kappa.
Oh,
He
he's a
acts
Kappa.
like
Oh,
an
I can see that.
alpha.
I can see that.
Hold on, because I know Alex is an alpha, right?
I hope so, because
I
I
think
know you're not telling me that. What's his name? What's
No,
I thought
I know. Okay, Preston is an alpha for sure.
yes.
okay?
Um, somebody is bruh. So I got
Preston
Alex.
and
Alex.
Jasmine's
Preston and
husband.
Milk Dud are alphas.
That's who.
There you
Yep.
go. There you go.
I was like, I know you're not telling me he is the Kappa. Silas not pumping like that.
Yeah.
Not no man.
So that means Nick is a Kappa.
Yeah. Okay. 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 That's right. Last season they did make a little joke about it. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right. Shanice tells her mom about Summer, calling her the worst dress, and her mom says, "Your." Her mom says, "If it was her, she would have told Shanice, your opinion don't matter, bitch." And she says that Shanice ain't no goddamn. Excuse me, Lord. That's not me. That's her. Ain't no. I'm gonna say got. Ain't no goddamn designer. And if it was up to her, she would have beat Summer's ass. Now, when you hear this back in summer, Chad, are you offended, or is that just what mamas do?
That's really just what mamas do. I mean, most black mamas I know will respond that way. Even if they know the friend, they still gonna respond that way.
Well, let me ask you this: Summer mama white. I'm gonna say Shanice mama white. So now what?
That's true, but I still think they will respond the
Okay,
same way.
that's what to see. Jay,
First of all, she was doing a lot. I was like, oh, she's coming in hot. But I like her. She kind of gives me cool trailer park mom, and not necessarily in a bad way, but just like someone that you drink like a Colt 45 with and like chain smoking your wigs. Like I kind of liked her.
OMG. I am dead. Very Kim Zolciak.
Yes, very Kim Zolciak.
Barry Monica Garcia's mom.
Yes.
Okay, there you go. Good. Okay, I see it now.
Speaking of which, y'all, we're gonna talk about it on Happy Hour. It's a lot that we got to talk about this week, I guess. But please tell me you guys have seen the footage of Monica's ex-best friend Tanisha chasing her down the street, following her.
No, for what?
I don't
No.
know. That's the funny part.
she was she
What
was
y'all mad
chasing
about at this
Monica
point?
or chasing Monica's mama.
No, Tanisha was following Monica in another vehicle behind her. And then they have Tanisha on camera, like they're recording Tanisha. She's sticking her hand out of her arm out of the car while driving, recording them. Girl, are you crazy?
No, I have not seen that. Send it to me
It just
when you get a
happened today
chance.
too. I listened to the link.
Yeah, send that. They love to stalk in Salt Lake. God knows. And this is like the second stalking or third
Right.
stalking.
And it's normally one of them two who's doing the stalking.
Tanisha's trying to get a spot on the show at this point.
Not with those
Man,
wigs.
I'll see y'all on Wednesday at Happy Hour because I'm gonna reserve my comment for then. But Tanisha, girl, give it up, okay? Give it up, Bookie dude. Noelle and Alex are having a cute exchange, and Alex admits that he loves the Southern accent. Is it me? Is he leading Noelle on? I want to ask him right now. I don't want to wait till then. Jay, is he leading Noelle on, or is he just being nice?
He's leading her on.
Y'all think so?
I think he is being nice also, but I think he's trying to keep the door open instead of just saying, look, this is what I want, this is what I don't want. I think he's just trying to uphold his good guy image. But I've said this, he's a chop.
Oh, you did say
Okay.
that. I don't know. A part of me feel like he's just being nice. I don't really know. I don't know about. I'm gonna give it some time.
Okay. You know, I don't know. I've been waffling back and forth between nice and leading her on, and right now I'm leaning towards leading her on. And we'll get to the scene that makes me feel like he was doing that with her. Um, Shanice's friend Hendrix visits, and all the girls are taken aback because they're like, finally, Lord Jesus, the man up in here. Thank you, Jesus. And Noelle and Hendrix hit it off and even share a cupcake as Alex is carefully watching from the side. He like her.
That's why I said I don't know about feel like he's leading her on.
He
Okay.
does like her, but I think he's leading her on to get her into the bedroom, but he doesn't want anything past that. I think
But
he's
you know
giving her
this.
just enough.
What would be the term that you would use for someone like that who uses all that, baby? I'm just trying to get to know you slow and low, and I just want to get to know your mind, baby. And then boom, you know what I'm saying? He kisses you great, he colors you great, he gives you so dick, and you're sprung. Like, is there like a term for this guy?
A hotel,
Mr. Intentional.
an intentional hotel.
I think for me, in my opinion, it's a scumbag, and the reason why I feel like that is because I might just want to jump the bones too. You don't have to do all that low stroke man, all that. You ain't gotta do all that, baby. Let's just go ahead and do this and get this over with. Have our fun. We're here for the summer. Like, you never know what a person is there for, but I think he is so carefully considerate of this image that he's trying to concoct to be like this, like mysterious, deep, and methodical, slow moving person. When in all actuality,
But I mean, think about it this way. Him and Summer
oh,
just had that whole ordeal, and he's probably looking at it from a place of let me just go slow with this because they don't know each other. They don't know each other that well. So he probably wants to, make sure she not like her friend.
okay, all right, okay. I
That's all
see
I
it,
can think
Chris.
about. I'm trying, Alex.
Now, he trying. He putting up a fight for your ass, Alex. But I know me, and I'm been broke into it at a little bit. I know it. I'm been broke that down. Shanice's friend Hendrick visits. Was he cute, Jay? Was it? Well,
He
I,
was. He
okay.
Yes,
was.
he
So
was.
he was. I was like, girl,
So,
give me some phone. I'll do it. Move.
hmm.
Um, so after that happens, Noel and Alex are now in the kitchen talking and getting to know one another when in walks out of nowhere looking for a phone, never blinks twice, Summer. Like, they should start editing. Put that music they use for Deborah on Potomac? Music, like, they should do that for Summer. Like, was she really looking for a phone or was she caught blocking, Chad? I gotta know.
She was cock blocking. She knew exactly what she was doing. I said last week she's the type that'll say, "Go for it, girl," and then all of a sudden, when it's happening, she have an issue. She know what she was doing.
Yeah. Jay?
No, she did. She absolutely knew what she was doing. And you know what? If I wanted to be messy, I'd be right along with her. I'd be like, hey, hello, can I help you?
Alex, could you help her look for her phone, bitch? Stop playing with me. Yeah, okay, Alex, that's enough. Don't help her look no more.
Exactly.
Nah, that actually would be like pointless because she actually slept with him. So I don't know.
Did you see how quiet and tense they got up when she walked through, though?
Because they were having a good session, and here she comes, like just trying to make it so you don't forget. We cannot forget that you had him first. You like blurted it out at dinner. You lied to me about it. You know what I mean? Like you did, like a whole display of histrionics about it. And so we'll never forget that you had him first, but you told me you don't want him. And I honestly think that this is why I personally tend to not be attracted to people that my friend have talked to. I don't care if it was like a little fling. I don't care if it was like a full blown relationship. You may be cute, and while I don't mind acknowledging that, I prefer and I would really just not want to have any dealings with anyone because I would probably be somewhere like walking through the kitchen. Move your foot, Alex. Let me see if I can find my phone. Yeah, you're not gonna sleep with them, bitch. That's me. I know that's petty, but I don't like it. I don't live. And I know people. There's like a big conversation where it's like people feel that if it wasn't like that big of a deal, it shouldn't be a big of a deal. And it is to me. And it's just me. I know everybody's got their things, right? To me, don't sniff them, don't go around them, don't go near them.
I'm with you on that.
And
I'm
but
mostly there. I mean, sometimes you can sniff them together.
you, you what?
You can sniff them together. I mean, I have a couple of friends who, hey, you tried them out. I'll try them out next.
I mean, I don't mind it being a coincidence. Like, oh, girl, I dated him too. Okay, go Shay. All right, I get it. But I ain't with it. I mean, and I don't knock people for being what they like. Like what you like, do what you do. snip them together. You know, if that's your thing. My whole thing about that is, well, we'll have to talk about that off camera because I got a question about saliva that I want to like get into. But we can
Yes, let's talk
always
about that because yes,
no, no,
no.
no. All right. Jordan checks on Shanice and lets her know that she had to curse out Summer. She was making out with Jordan's friend in front of Jordan's Park Avenue apartment building. And Jordan says that all you need to do is nip it in the butt as soon as possible. So basically, the story goes that Shanice was being, not Shanice, I'm just so used to associating sloppy with Shanice. Summer was being sloppy and was making out with someone, and they got really hot and heavy in front of Jordan's apartment building. She was embarrassed by it, cussed, uh, what's her name, Summer out, slap out, and they haven't had a problem since until later on this episode where they will have one. Uh, does anyone care?
No. But what I will
No.
say is the Park Avenue drop really made me roll my eyes.
It was so ick, right?
It was like, and also, isn't she a DJ? Like, no shade. Back when I knew about Park Avenue, it wasn't. It was for people of a certain ilk. So maybe times have changed. I just was confused and it made me roll my eyes.
I kind of got life. I was definitely like, oh, okay. Um, and my boyfriend followed to say that's what happens when you work for Playboy, and I was like, what you insinuating? But maybe.
That's some, um, you know, and after watching her cry over those white boys, I just gonna say it. After her crying over those white boys in Winter House, she's got a type, and it's clearly not anybody in that house, maybe it's other than Summer. But
Now that
I
is very
don't
true,
care.
100%.
But she has a type, and that's why she turned down the mayor last year. Speaking of that, I didn't really get to hear. Well, of course, I didn't get to hear either one of your thoughts on Amir and Jordan. Do you think that you could have saw them together at all? Either
No,
one of you? No.
No.
no,
Okay.
no.
He's a
They
little
both
short
have.
little thing.
They both like what they like.
They both like what they got, right?
They
Exactly.
both want to be with the overseer.
Okay. Oh, where was that at? Oh, Lord Jesus. Mm, mm.
The overseer is crazy.
Right.
I mean, it's a politically correct way of saying that.
I guess. Oh, Lord Jesus. A group is going to the store, and Lord Jesus, he just and Noelle asked what Alex has been saying to the group about her. Amir feels like there's definitely chemistry between the two, but Alex moves at a slower pace and wants to really genuinely get to know her and make sure that there is a connection. Noelle is also apprehensive about pursuing him because of Summer, and everyone is like, "Child, fuck Summer, okay? If you want to go get him." I want to ask a question that is just I need to know. As a housemate, right? If you had dealings with another housemate, and you hear all of the other housemates encourage you to encourage your friend to sleep with the person you had dealings with, do you take that as a slight on you or how the people perceive you? Like, do you take that personally? Like, if you were Summer, would you be offended that everybody was like, "Child, please bump Summer"?
Offend, offended? No, I probably would be like, what was that about? But I probably wouldn't be offended, like actually thinking something about me because I know it wouldn't be about me. It would just be
Mhm.
like, why y'all have that energy?
Yeah,
The
I
energy was a little
agree.
nasty.
Yeah, I don't think I would think it was about me, but I would be like, well, you're still very quick to suggest this. But the caveat also is Summer seemingly made it so clear that nothing, that it didn't mean anything. So I mean, if you tell me 4 or 5 times that it means nothing, then I'm gonna take you at your word and say that it means nothing. So
Right.
everybody can
That's
climb
true.
on him.
That's very true. It's an episode of the Cosby Show from way back when they were supposed to be going. Claire had got 2 tickets to Dance Mania, and when Cockroach and Theo got there, there was only enough room for like one person to get on the show. And Theo was like, "Cockroach, you go," and he was like, "No, your mama got the tickets. You go." He said, "Well, no, you're my best friend. You go." And Cockroach said, "Okay, thanks." And he went right on in, and Theo was mad. for the whole episode. Theo had an attitude about like not going in, and the lesson was if you wanted it, you should have gone ahead and voiced that you wanted. You can't be mad at someone else for taking the opportunity that you told them you did not want.
Right.
So that's why Summer has to lose me on that because, like, in principle and in theory, yes, I would have. I'm not gonna lie. For me, I would have an issue with you sleeping with my man because after we slept together, it's my man. It's in my house. That's my house man. Girl, you crazy? You sleep in my house, man? Girl, please. Yes, I would have a problem with that. But if I say, please go sit on top of him, please go sleep with him, please go be with him, I don't want him anymore, I can't take it, darling, then, I mean, I cannot be mad if the person does it after I have encouraged them for 3 weeks in a row to do so. Some are crazy. Back at the house, Jasmine talks to the house guests about, excuse me, she talks about bringing in house guests with Summer and Jordan. And she tells them that Mariah, okay, y'all, this whole timeline, so let's make sure I have this right so we can remember when we get to the end. So Summer and Jordan are with Jasmine. Jasmine brings up the topic that everyone is going to be having house guests. And her house guest is going to be Mariah. Jordan is taking a little aback at first, but it seems like she's okay with it and they all move on. Jasmine says they're in a much better place after social media got in her ass about the way she let them put her only friend out of the house, and now she reeling, rocking and rolling because don't nobody else in the house like her, and she ain't got no allies and no backup. So now she want Mariah back to come do the job that she should have did the first season, even though she didn't was no good friend to her. Even though Summer telling people to go sleep with her man, and she want nobody to sleep with her man. Even though Alice acting like he don't want to be with Noelle, and he want to be with Noelle, and hit my dog crying, act like I want to
Tell
beat
it.
motherfucker ass. I'm sick of this show.
It's okay. Let it out.
Okay, all right. So Mariah will be coming to the house. Everyone is okay with it. And she says that they had tough conversations, starting with how, Mariah was unceremoniously ousted from the home last season. And Jasmine wants to hold a group discussion where everyone is involved because she believes that people like Mariah and Phil deserve second chances. We're gonna table that. We're gonna move through a couple of these really quick, guys. Noelle got Alex a tofu sandwich, and as soon as Summer found out that Noelle brought her husband a sandwich, her ears perked up. And when they all found out it was tofu, and Alex was like, "I don't really eat this, but I mean, thanks, I guess." She was like, "Yep, still got them." I hate her. And I felt so bad for Noelle. At that point, it was like, oh, even if he does like her, doesn't like her, I just see what kind of person he kind of is.
Hmm.
What did you guys think about the sandwich of it all, Jay?
Noelle is young. She's young, bless her heart. I think she's very naive. I wouldn't have gotten no black man a tofu sandwich, but I mean that's neither here nor there. Um, yeah, I guess.
It's like it was really nothing that I wouldn't have got him a tofu sandwich either. Honestly, I would have just asked him what he wanted if I wanted to get him something to eat, which was weird to me. I don't know why they was. What was the reason why they didn't ask?
I don't know.
I
That
don't know
whole
what the reason
scene
why.
didn't. That whole scene felt weird to me. That's why I'm kind of just
Like she tried to
like,
surprise him. I think she's making gradual steps to show her interest. I don't really know why it wasn't like confirmed, like why they just didn't ask him. But the thought, in my opinion, what sticks out to me, even though it was a nasty tofu sandwich, and whatever, it's the thought that counts. She knows that he was vegan or vegetarian or something or other, right? And she at least tried, and I think that he was like, I don't eat this, but yeah, thanks. I just thought that was a little like doggish in my opinion. Like, you know how you flirt with the person. Well, I don't know if you know how. I don't know if this is the actual thing, but it seems like yeah, it can kind of be a thing. I've done it before. I'm guilty of it in the past. I was flirting back with a person, and then once they started liking me, I was like, "Ew, get away from me!" As if, and that's what I feel like he's doing now that she's starting to show more interest than he does. Maybe he likes to take the lead in situations. Hey, Tori B,
Hmm.
where you been at?
Hey, Tori.
No, I'm joking.
hey,
Hey, Tori.
My mama. Oh,
Is she okay?
she's fine. They
Oh,
dramatic at this age. You know how they do.
yes, sir.
Oof,
Baby.
child.
Kim.
So
Oh, yeah, I understand. Well, we're glad to have you on board. So thank you for joining us. We are right now at the point where Noel surprised Alex with the tofu sandwich. So we've gotten through pretty much the first half of the episode. I honestly don't remember what happened in the first half of the episode.
because
So
the drama was the middle and the end. That's
It
why.
Mhm.
was.
okay, all right, so good. All right, good, good, good. So you got here right in time, child.
Yeah.
The people saying, "Hey, Tori B." Somebody hit me up by Tori B and said, "That Tori B, I like her." You know what I said, Tori B?
What you
You
said?
do? You do? No, I
Don't do
love you,
that.
Tori B. Thank you for
Hater, yeah.
doing it. No, I love you. But no, people are calling me about you, Miss Tori B. That's what's going on. That's the
Thank you,
word on the street.
people. We here for it. I mean, this is nothing compared to Clubhouse days. Child.
Yes. I'm glad that we've all grown and matured.
Is
Jay.
Clubhouse the app?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So we all used to be a part of the Women in Reality TV room on Clubhouse. It had 20,000 plus members. And Potomac season is really Monday Night Raw on that app. And we would go for blood. It was really bad. So I think that's what Tori B is referring to. You know, we are being way more respectful than we
Yes.
used to do back in the day. Thank you. And I think that's because you guys respect the platform and want us to get monetized. So I really appreciate it.
Listen, it's such a struggle because
I know you're
every other
trying,
word
baby.
out of my mouth is filth.
I know you're trying. I know you're trying.
And I thought
Phil,
I was bad till I met Jay. That was the funny part.
Oh yeah, that's true because we got one too. All right, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and move on.
I'm
The
the
house
only
meeting is
angel?
called.
Wow.
You said what?
I'm the only angel. Wow. I love it.
Everybody in the group
Mm.
chat. Everybody in the group chat. If Chad is an angel, go ahead and put prayer
Thank you.
signs, and we're gonna tally
Thank
them up at
y'all.
the end of the night. Okay, so we're back after Noel got that tofu sandwich that Alex did not show any gratitude for, and the house meeting is called, asking how they will feel about Phil returning to the house and being Shanice and Bria's guest. Amir says he ain't going for it. Basically, not ratting out, excuse me, I'm sorry. Basically, running down every situation that Phil so happened to cause within 15 minutes of being on the episode. Whoa. He gotten into it with Nick in the toilet. He got into it with Preston. He got into it with Amir. He got into it with Jordan. And Amir doesn't feel like he should be welcomed back into the home. Preston says it's going to be an absolute no for him, and it ain't gonna change. And Jordan said, I mean, Jordan's like, I almost got into it with him. So what? What's that? You want round? What you want to do? You want round two? He ain't coming over here,
That's
dog.
Look, that's the part when Jordan annoyed me. I was like, girl, you just wanted to insert yourself. Everybody was already on the same side, on the same page. Cut it out. It ain't that deep, girl. But no, I live for that moment.
I mean, Nick was like, "Listen, I'm not about to do all these displays. No, no." And you know what? We'll go ahead and break them into separate pieces. In my opinion, I wholeheartedly agree with the no. And we'll get into why Preston's no was such an adamant no in a little bit. But based off of what I saw in those 15 minutes, I know a lot of people felt like he brought fun and spice to the house. But to me, you shitting in my toilet, not flushing it, and then wanting to fight is not fun to me.
At all.
So
No.
I know it may be great to watch, but babe, you can't stay up in here with me and my man Alex. You can't do it.
I'm
I
with it.
was pleasantly surprised that they all like agreed. Like I thought that there was going to be like one or two dissenters, So I was actually really impressed by that. And I mean, at the end of the day, Phil is more suited for College Hill.
Frat boy.
So
Frat boy.
I think the right decision was made. But I really was impressed. I thought at least one of the guys was going to be like, "Oh yeah, bring him back." So that made me happy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
I
were
was
all
most impressed because of the guys.
yeah. They all stuck together, definitely. I agree with that. That to me, Jordan didn't have to say anything, but for a woman to actually say, like, me and old boy almost went toe to toe, and I'll do it again, that says a lot. You rubbing too many people in the house the wrong way. So, absolutely no. But shit in the toilet,
That was horrible. I just could not. I'm sorry.
I'd sock
Um,
somebody in the face for doing something like that.
okay, whoa, 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 whoa,
I'm
whoa.
just saying.
No, no, I'm joking. You good. You good.
And
Yeah, but
I
I mean,
didn't realize till today when they played the clip back, Nick, when he told him, Phil responded and said, "You didn't flush it." Like what?
Oh yeah,
Like
that's
he was on
no.
one. He was on one.
yeah, it's disrespectful. When I saw that part of the clip, I was like, so you just think this is okay? Does your mother flush behind you? I don't know, but not here.
And then there was another interesting point brought up by the cerebral assassin, Alex, and he states that it makes him look at Bria and Shanice differently if this is their judge of character. And I was like, ooh, because why do you keep advocating for this man to come to this house?
Hmm.
They didn't want him to go last season, despite everything that he had caused, all the drama and trouble he caused. They didn't want him to go. And honestly, Mariah was a casualty of Bia being a spoiled brat because she was like,
Hmm.
okay, well, if Phil got to go, Mariah got to go. And so
That's
that
that's
is
exactly what that was.
the whole Mariah of it all. Speaking of Mariah, so after they discussed that, um, they go ahead and bring up the subject of Mariah returning. Everyone is pretty much in agreement except for Bria, who gets up and storms off. Nobody cares. The vote has been voted. And Bria says, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and lean into trusting you, Jasmine. And if you say that she's cool and she's coming on some fun tip, then that's fine with me. Jasmine asks, now I want to be very clear. Jasmine asks the house, how do they feel about her coming, right? Everyone says that it's fine. And so she's already told earlier in the episode, Summer and Jordan, that that is going to be her house guest. Then she asked, how do they feel about her returning? So just keep those 2 points in mind. Everyone agrees, and Bria says it's fine. Amir says that he won't be doing any laundry that weekend. And I know there's, but I didn't laugh because no, this is why I don't like you, Amir. No, you could do laundry. You just need to own up to what you did. You need to apologize for what you did. You are the cause of this dissension between these two women. If you would have
That's
stepped
fair.
in while they were arguing, it would have been squashed. But you watched an argument. And Bria, I gotta be honest with you, while she was in your personal space, she didn't like hit you, girl. But she was in your personal space, and so for that, if you don't want to mess with somebody after they be in your personal space, I get it. I agree in that sense. But I really feel like in regards to the Mariah situation, I felt like everybody was putting like extra sauce on it on the spaghetti and have. Does anybody else crack up when they hear Beyonce say spaghetti on that song?
I
Anyway.
do.
Okay, I thought it was just petty ass spaghetti. It's like, okay, girl, all right. Anyway, no sauce, no sauce. Like,
I'd
why are
have to
y'all doing
not
like
skip
that?
it. I'd have to not skip it to feel some type of.
Um, what's your
Uh-uh,
problem?
Okay,
My problem is
Chad,
that song.
Chad, what did you think about the way
he
that
like tyrant because he a tyrant.
Jasmine? Well, wait a minute now, y'all. What did y'all think about the way that Jasmine introduced Mariah coming to be a house guest, a visitor, and Bria storming off Chad? What you think about that?
I felt like it was very. Don't take this the wrong way. It
Go
was
ahead.
very Mariah Huck energy.
No, no, no. Mm-mm. Okay, Torby, what you thought? No, go ahead, Chad.
It was
No, he did.
the energy in which she like introduced it was like,
I'm the boss.
I'm the boss. I got y'all together. So whether y'all like it or not, it's gonna happen. I'm just throwing it out there that this is what that's kind of the energy that I felt that she came out with it. I mean,
Well,
I
when
didn't
you
mind
put it
it,
like
but
that,
that's how
I
I
agree.
got it.
I agree with him on that because I think that was the wrong way to do it,
Hmm.
especially when the other conversation is happening and they find out the way that they do. I just don't think you might as well say, "Oh, she coming. This is my friend," instead of kind of having everybody sit down and be like, "Well, what do you think?" Because then you acting like there's a vote, and yeah, you voted for Phil to not come, but you already decided that Mariah was coming.
Yeah.
So why sit there and act like it's a democracy, baby? It's really she's really the dictator.
Man, y'all not gonna get me turned against Jasmine. Go ahead. Right after. My sister needs support right now, and I'm not gonna abandon her.
So it is
Okay,
Mariah Huck
Silas.
energy.
I'm not gonna do this with the Please, Jay, go ahead. It's your turn.
I agree. I'm sorry. Like,
Oh
don't,
hell no! Y'all
don't
wait.
give
No, I'm not. No,
look.
y'all do it.
Don't give me an option if you
No, no,
know
go
the
ahead. Y'all
hoe
do
is
it.
already at checking her bags in on a plane. Don't give me an option if you know she already gonna be here, because then I'm gonna
Period.
look at you like, no, what the hell was that about? Because if I say
Right.
no, then I'm look like the bad guy, and then she's still gonna roll up with her little crystals in tow, and then I'm gonna be like, oh well.
Now hello, Crystal.
So yeah, no, but I do agree that Jasmine is very. She thinks she's the grand dame of this show.
It's an energy, right? You just feel
Mm-hmm.
it. Like even because mind you, she doesn't really do too much that like shows that, but it's an energy on her that shows like I'm the boss of this show. All y'all here because of me.
Man.
It's a no from us, dog. Okay.
It's very much a wife. It's that life of a wife thing she got. Married women tend to act superior when they're around people who are not married. And I mean, she's already she's already in Stepford wife training as it is. So it needs to be her way or the highway.
Look
What about
at
Summer? Let's talk about her.
Woo!
I hate Summer.
Yeah, I'm starting to not like Summer either, but I'm
Okay,
not.
good. Let's change the subject because y'all was on my dog too much. Mm-mm. Well, I got to be honest. I got to live my opinion. You just should have told everybody. I don't understand what the point was. I don't think that she should have asked them. She just told Summer and Jordan that she was coming. So tell them that she's coming. Bria, if you mad, be mad. She's coming.
That was my point.
If you
Stand
the
on
boss, be the
business.
boss.
Yeah, stand on business. Don't act like you didn't
So
already make the decision.
that's
And then
all I got. I'm not tearing her up. I'm
Agreed.
not gonna do it.
Agreed. Because if it's not a democracy, then it's not a democracy. If I'm
Yeah.
not interested in hearing your opinion, I'm never going to ask for it.
Period.
Oh, that's girl. Oh, that's yeah. She messy for that. I got. Oh no, a house meeting is called, asking how they would feel about Phil. And we already talked about that. I just had to change the subject and get up off of Jasmine, girl. Oh no, I can't do it. I cannot do it. I cannot talk about Jasmine. Bria and Shanice are talking to Phil on the phone, and they tell him, excuse me, that the house does not want him there to visit, but he's still coming regardless, as he has a house that he'll be there this summer for in the Vineyard area. And so I guess the girls and everybody who is cool with Phil is going to link up with him over there at the Fun House because let's just call it what it's going to be.
I feel like I didn't know Martha's Vineyard was like a jumping place. Like people just go for the summer. Like it's making me want to book a ticket.
Is
Have
it
y'all
really?
been?
I
it's
haven't.
there's a black community there. It's called Oak Bluffs, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, there are quite a few, is a community of black folks that do go up there and yeah, they hang out the whole summer.
Well, that's
Okay.
what's up. I would love to go out there too just to check it out. It
Yeah.
reminds me kind of have you ever seen that movie, The Inkwell?
No.
Mm-mm.
Y'all have
Right.
never seen The Inkwell?
With
With Lorenz Tate and
with
Jada Pinkett
Lorenz Tate,
Smith?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and Suzanne Summers and all of it. Kind of
Mhm,
reminds me of like that black, waspy, rich,
mhm.
community that we're in. But anyway,
You lost me at Lorenz Tate.
Oop.
what's wrong with him?
He does nothing for me, acting wise or anything else.
Oh wow.
Okay,
He's
so
a
I should have.
quintessential petite black man actor of the 90s.
Oh, I should have. I should have did a survey on y'all before I hired y'all. Hell no.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm not
Y'all.
with y'all on that one.
I
Yeah.
mean, he played a gangster, he played a soft guy, he played and you never seen Love Jones.
So that means he can act.
I've
Yeah, he
seen
got
enough of
range.
it. Look, I've seen enough of Love Jones. Haven't seen all of it. Not really.
Enough. Oh hell no.
I never
Oh,
seen it.
oh, you never seen Love Jones?
I have it on DVD and
I'm
I
about
never
to
watched
revoke
it.
our black cards. Like, what the hell?
Oh please, mine will be
It is a cute
revoked.
date night
It's
movie, I must admit. If you plan on going to sleep.
Oh,
Um, yes, so they're talking to Phil. They let him know, about uh, the vote being no, and it's mainly because of last summer. And Bria makes it a point to point out that Preston is the one who was most adamant about him not returning to the house. She made it a point to single his name out of everyone. Um, they all agree that can't no grown man be in his feelings to that degree. The next scene that we see is Preston in his feelings. I'm sorry, but rightfully so.
Rightfully
Rightfully so,
so.
because the reason why, and I, when he yelled out, he hates being the only gay person in that house. I immediately felt for him. Being in that situation, it seemed like the no was a no, and it felt like they did support him, but I don't really think they understand unless they have been, he's verbalized it to them why the no was such a no. And, we don't like to throw around isms and titles that are undeserved. But when you do refer to a gay man as soft, as Phil did, it has an undertone of homophobia dripped to it,
Mhm.
regardless of
Hmm.
whether you mean it or not, and he, of course, I mean, listen, I'm sure he knew that Preston was gay or is gay, excuse me, and he chose to use that word to describe him. I don't think he chose to use that
On
word
national TV.
on national television, and I don't think that he chose to describe that word, use that word to describe any of the other male house guests. So that's just interesting. I wholeheartedly, and I got to rock with Preston on this one. That's why it's a no. Me and Preston build a little bit different, so I would tell him to come on back to the house so I can cuss him out one more time and then throw him out. But I support Preston. We just different on it, how we gonna handle it. But the no is the no, and the reasons are the reasons. And for that, I have nothing to say. I just thought that it was really shitty editing of them for them to say like, "Can't no grown man be in their feelings," and the next scene is like Preston crying and screaming. Um, Chad, what did you think about that
I was
portion of the scene?
annoyed with Bria for making it like a Preston issue. It was. I mean, it could be a little editing in that too, but I was just annoyed with her singling him out because it was like they all had an issue. And if you really want to get down to the nitty gritty, Alex was really like, no, he was the one that was really like, it's
I beat his
absolutely
ass.
not. Yeah, like it was very much energy. If I see him, it's up. Like, so I was like, why didn't she say Alex was the one? It just felt like it was more of a, it's like you could see a ripple effect. Like, say for instance, he does pop up, and it's like, "Yo, Preston, let me talk to you," because of what Bria, mentioned or whatever. So I just didn't like that. I feel like she could have handled that way better and just said the group just collectively don't want you here. Simple as
Right.
that. Don't single him out.
The cameras are definitely going to follow them to, um, what's his name, to Phil's home that they got for the weekend or whatever. They're going to go over there. They're going to party, have a good time. So I mean, it's no need for all of that extra. You know what I'm saying? Like, she could have kept that anonymous. She chose to put him out, and it makes me think that Alex was definitely hitting on a great beat, basically stating that it makes me question Bria and Shanice's judgment. I openly questioned their judgment last season, still advocating for him to be in the house, knowing all of the chaos that he left, but now knowing the deeper rooted issue for Preston and them still wanting him to be a part of the experience is just a head scratcher and an eyebrow raiser. Jay, what you got?
Agreed.
What you think?
Bria's relationship with Preston kind of confuses me
Me, I say the same thing.
because Preston in one vein has said, that they talk all the time, yada yada yada, but Bria acts like an op towards him. Like when they were arguing, when they were eating the crabs, and she goes inside and calls him like a little bitch. And then like this singling him out. It's just kind of like if y'all are friends the way that he says and that you purport, you wouldn't be acting like this. She really just treats him like, okay, yeah, we're cool, but we're not that cool. And I also don't understand her specific allegiance to Phil. Like, have
That's
they
her
messed
boy.
around or something before? Because it just gives like she's very like attached to him specifically. And she's very shisty.
Mm.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that. That's the first thing. I'm like, but ain't you and Preston cool? Why you so quick to throw him under the bus? Um, just like it just was very weird. Them two, I don't get it. I mean, they was beefing before. Why would you call him a bitch? I mean, it just didn't something with them two. They have like some kind of competitive thing going on, and I don't get why. But yeah, it was also Alex saying vehemently, no, we don't want him there. I'm actually glad that the other guys also felt the same way. So he wasn't singled out. But yet, Bria still singles him out on the phone
Yep.
with Phil. So it's just like, what is your point? Or does Bria know that he called him soft and what that means to him? And as if she's your friend, she should know that though. But
They talk every day.
Hmm.
Let them tell it. TKC says that Phil did not call Preston soft.
It
We
was last
actually
season.
watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was last season.
mhm.
He told him stop being soft when he was with the little gun, right?
Yeah, with the little water gun.
You know how,
Yeah.
well, anyway, Bria, Shanice, and Noel wrap up their conversation with Phil, but not before Phil drops a bomb that Mariah was always scheduled to come to the house, and her travel had already been pre booked by Jasmine. Uh, Bria feels that she was set up, and she definitely felt like her and Jasmine making up was an amazing feeling, but now she says that this feels like a gut punch. Jordan's hair is falling out and it's rough, but she's going to try and soldier through it. Summer is there to help her get through it. And before they leave, they tell each other that they love each other. Daddy!
You could you couldn't wait to say that part.
I'm sorry. It's just like the silk satin sheets and just a lot going on, honey. There's just a lot of gay stuff going on.
Well,
Okay.
friends can tell friends they love each other. I tell my friends I
Yeah,
love,
they can. They can.
especially after the pandemic. Too many
They
people were dying.
can.
So
That's Tori B missed me with that bullshit, okay?
I
And we're
tell
gonna
my
do a
friends
little
I love them. You
clubhouse.
never
Now
know.
the pandemic is one thing, and I understand that it's absolutely imperative to tell your loved ones you love them, especially in a moment like that. But this production, the editing of this show has made it a point for us to catch these super intimate moments with these two particular people.
Jasmine Hall said, "I love you, Chase."
Thank you. Y'all know I don't say the L word like that. L you back, friend. Good Lord, you know I'm not gonna say that, but
I am dead at LU back.
I don't like saying it.
That's very me. I be like, you know what it is.
I don't like saying it, girl. On your birthday, a little something, girl. Yeah. Um, I show my love. I don't always necessarily say it, but I show it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just a shower. I don't like to really talk about that kind of stuff. I don't like to be emotional. So the emotions that I've had in the last month have just been like kicking my ass. Like I don't know where it's coming from. I think it's the allergies. But anyway. Um Tori B, I got to call BS on your back like we was talking about because they've made it a point to show them as super intimate moments. This I love you exchange, them being
In the bed.
sprawled up on each other like this on in the bed, locked up like Cardi B and Normani in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion in the bed. Like it's just a lot going on, girl. They got really close over the summer. There's a triangle of terror between Summer, Jordan, and Preston, and it would make sense. And let me just go ahead and break this down. Only person that knows some lesbians going on is a gay bitch, and that's the person that they tell them they business to.
Hmm.
Girl, I ain't crazy. And Tori B, I ain't gonna let you use the pandemic against it. I'm sorry. Come better, babe.
I was
What else you got?
joking. I don't care if they scissoring or not.
I don't either, but they are.
I it could be,
In my
they
opinion.
Allegedly.
In my opinion.
Listen,
That's
they were
not a
like
fact.
Wendy
That's
and
my
Mia
opinion.
showing each other their coochies in the Bahamas or wherever they were.
Yeah, y'all know they got something going on. Tori B, Tori B?
all
Tori
right.
B.
They probably are.
Now Tori B, I
And
know people dying they never died before.
it probably came after the whole thing with Alex and Summer. It probably did, right? Um
What is this? Y'all look.
was love you. um I think after the whole thing with Summer and what's his name, Alex. Maybe she was emotional and they started kicking it real tough. I don't know.
Maybe they're not. And, I don't want to make a mockery of sisterhood and friendship, but in my opinion, it feels like it's a little bit a shade deeper than that. And that's just me. I'm not speaking for the other three. One, two, and three. Um, I'm speaking for me, in my opinion, not fact based. So let me just make it very clear. Whether they are or they aren't, it's not a big deal to me. But I just don't understand what the big tease of it all is. They lesbians, just come on out before I get to throwing drinks like Lisa
They might
Nicole.
not be
Tell me.
lesbians. They might be bi.
Oh, thank you. You're absolutely correct.
They a little body in.
Yeah, they'll.
That's what I'm gonna go with.
I'm going to thank you. Thank you. And the reason why she cussed that girl out in front of her Park Avenue apartment, Peter Hell, darling, is because like, how you tell you gonna make out with the person in front of me in front of my house? And you know what we got to go upstairs and do?
You know what? Side note, this is just random. And now that I'm thinking about this, if I had to pick a random Bravo celebrity to come join this group, I would like Bryn to come.
Interesting. That's a very interesting choice. I can see that though.
You know who I can see? Luann and Sonia Morgan will have a field day in this house.
Oh hell yeah. They be showing their coochies too.
Black men.
Sonia
Luann
would be
loves to be a
spread
black
eagle
face
in the
anyway, so
driveway.
Yes. Sonia Morgan. I love Sonia.
I love Sonya. But
Same.
Brent's a good one. Who you think, Chad?
I'm gonna agree with Brandon, and then also, I would probably have to say Yobana from Clark
Oh God.
Oh my God. Why her? Why do you say her?
because she just seemed like a fun personality.
Yeah,
Like
she
she
is.
would,
She is fun. She is
I
fun.
always got fun from her. Crazy but fun.
Yeah. Yeah, but when she gets some licking out, she too aggressive.
So is
I mean,
Jordan.
You right.
Noelle prays for the table at dinner, and Summer side eyes her the whole time she's praying instead of bowing her head. They compliment Shanice's party that she threw, stating that it was so much fun. And Shanice admits that was the first party she ever threw, and the vibes were high. And Shanice says, "You know what? For once, we had a night where we didn't have any arguing, any deep conversations. We just had pure D fun." And Bria hears that and says, well, hold my beer because now we're going to have a serious conversation. And
hmm.
so she uses that opportunity to kick open the door to confront Jasmine about Mariah's true arrival. And she asks her, was Mariah always coming to the house, basically? Um, Jasmine says that no, and it was pretty much decided yesterday. And so Bria asks her, when did she get the travel for Mariah? And Jasmine says, about last night. Girls, what's going on? What she asking all these questions? Last night? And the production team shows that that was a lie and that the travel was arranged 5 days prior to the conversation actually happening. Bria knows this and sits back on it, but she does feel a type of way about the conversation. Um, Bria brings up Phil and says that, well, before they move on, Jasmine does make it a point to say that I did bring it to the house. If no one was interested in him coming and Mariah coming, the flights would have been canceled. Just that simple, right?
Just that
Um,
simple.
huh?
Just that simple.
Just that simple. Yeah, because she didn't pay for it no way. Bravo did. So just that simple, I guess. Anyway. Well, she says that she paid for it out of her own money, and it doesn't like they have a great budget, so I'm inclined to believe it. Does anybody know what the budget's given over there?
I do not. I can probably get some tea.
Get some tea for us to tell us what the budget's given. I do know that they're on that second season. Normally, they say Bravo shows start paying out a little coin around that third one. So hopefully, we can get y'all to give them a third season so they can get these coins that they deserve. So Shanice can buy some clothes. Speaking of which, have
Oh
you
my
seen the
God.
viral
Watch what
TikTok
happens.
video?
The Watch What Happens live.
Well, no, the viral TikTok video. Not watch what happens about the girls in their fashions.
I did see that.
Yes,
I saw
yes, I did.
I
And
didn't see
that
that.
gags me.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
So, Chad, you need to watch it. But essentially, the rundown is Shanice's clothes are the most expensive out of all of
The
them.
most
Yep.
expensive clothes.
Yep.
Like she had a Dolce and Gabbana skirt that was like $1,300.
I mean, she did say that Autumn was wearing fake stuff.
I will say all of them actually had nice price points. I was kind of impressed. I don't know if it's like Rent the Runway or whatever. Hell, that's neither here nor there. But I definitely said, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bria's
Yeah, I
Definitely
need to
vintage
see
full
that.
Chanel
fledged.
piece, her vintage Chanel. I was like, go ahead, Bria, but I forgot Simon owns a consignment shop in Germany or something like that. So,
Hmm.
Yeah,
so
but
yeah.
they didn't look too good on Watch What Happens Live. So
No, Bria looked good to me.
Bria look Bria look good.
Shanice has the
She
pieces, as we
look
said
like
last week,
early
Chad.
2000s. Like, yeah.
You can have the pieces, but you got to be able to put that puzzle together. And I think that's
And
what
she was like, I like
Shanice
your
struggled with.
butterfly top. And I was like,
I mean,
I
even
will
that could
say
be cute.
this. Shanice, if you're listening or if you ever see this, start a swimwear line, capitalize on it because
Mm.
that's clearly where you like to be. 'Cause I
And
see
call
that
it
girl,
naked.
that
I
and
see her
taking it
cheeks,
off.
child. I see her cheeks all the damn time. And yeah,
Yeah.
Bria's leave out is absolutely horrific. And also while we're here, I think Jasmine needs a stronger flat iron because that one is
Oh
not.
my God.
Why are we here? How did
Oh,
we
I
get here?
saw because I saw a comment and that just made me think because I really get so annoyed when I see Jasmine's hair. Like it was not that hot in that club for her to be coming back looking like she just had her head in a convertible.
Oh, well, first of all, she is going
I
through a
am
lot.
dead.
She's hiding a
Well,
pregnancy.
you
She is
shouldn't.
dealing with a bunch of people who don't like her. Her man overseas, so she can't get pumped like she like used to. She's going through a
Yeah,
lot.
she,
They don't want her friend to come back to the house. Cut her some grace, Jay. Okay.
Don't
yeah.
you pamper
Oh,
yourself when you feel bad? Don't you want to look good when you feel bad?
oh,
Meow.
oh.
Just
I don't
asking.
really be having that problem because when I push us through, honey, catch. But
Yes.
hey, everybody hurts sometimes. Everybody has some things they're going through, and maybe hair is just not a strong
See,
suit.
I knew I wasn't bugging. Somebody said Bria's leave out was horrific. So, if you want me to be honest, I was
Yes,
trying to get there, but y'all like
girl, is that what you're saying?
she could use some zhuzhin. You know what I mean? Maybe some highlights, something else.
You talking about for her hair?
Yeah,
I'm not so. Oh, for me, I'm not like I don't
and
know
a
much
better
about
cut
hair.
and a better cut of the weave. I'm just saying these are suggestions.
Okay. I don't know much about hair. I know whether I like it or I don't. I know what I feel like should go with the look, but I'm more like into the face, into the fashions, into what that's giving. And the hair definitely has a big part of it. But I thought her face was smacked. Like she is a gorgeous
Oh,
girl.
she's
I thought,
pretty.
Yes.
yeah.
I mean,
I just
The hairs are heavy on her or something.
on a scale
They
of
are.
Ashley Darby to Kenya Moore, she's not that far down, but now Ashley Darby needs sacred and everything else under the sun.
Yeah,
Because
no,
that hair,
she's not that bad. She
yeah,
had
she's not that
Texas hair
bad.
at the reunion. She had Texas hair. It was left. It was lifted. It's a little too high on her head. But Bria,
Y'all are Kiki.
just
okay.
some highlights to structure your face. A little bit of a cut. For a petite girl, it's too much hair on her to me.
What y'all think about Bria with an asymmetrical bob?
Yes.
Something like that. Yeah, she could.
I think I would get annoyed with her though, because she would know too much. Like I'm that girl, so I would get annoyed.
Yes. Now that's
But
very true too.
but I would like it.
like this.
She'll definitely have like over the like long shoulder length gloves on and stuff like that, just giving it, wouldn't she?
For no reason.
For no reason. Girl, we going to the store. I ain't no darling. I'm coming.
I'm annoyed thinking about it. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Somebody
Well,
says, does she have black friends to help her? Black friends.
mm,
Do any
I
of them?
Lord Jesus. Okay. So Bria brings up Phil and she says that Phil um wanted to come and still kick it for that weekend. And he's coming. And if you see him around, it won't be because of Bria or Shanice. Basically, alluding to the fact that it's going to be Mariah because him and Mariah plan to link up when they both get there, and they're met with strong reactions again about him not coming to the house. And now it looks like Bria's plan has worked, because now the group as a whole are doubting whether or not Mariah should even come at this point. And in regards to that, before I move on, I just want to say, at first I was like, "You're a low down, dirty heifer. You're lying, pretty much, right?" But I guess a lie deserves a lie, so I had to get out the way of that one, dog. Um, was she lying? Like, did Phil say anything like that? Like, in my opinion, I do feel like Mariah and Phil were definitely going to link up and meet, have like film a scene where they're like, "Hey, we're back in the vineyard. Like, we're linking up. We're gonna go. You going to your house? I'm going to the group house or whatever." But I don't think Mariah planned on bringing him over there. Did anybody hear anything about like that?
I didn't think that, but I mean, it's possible. I do think it's possible. I can see why other people would think that.
Yeah,
Okay,
they buddy. I
they
figured.
are.
Well, he said we did plan on seeing, hanging out when we get there. And yeah, it's possible from what she gathered. I mean, we don't know the whole, they cut stuff out, so we don't know. Maybe that was part of the conversation. We just didn't get it.
No, I just think that's sloppy. Then why would you play that without playing the rest of it? I think that's bad storytelling. I feel like Bria made it up. It's a lie. She was doing that to get back at Jasmine instead of just saying, "I already know that you put that travel here and you did it without, and you're lying. You're lying." I feel like she's just fighting her. That's how Bria does, though. Bria's an eye for an eye kind of girl. She just doesn't.
Yes, she is.
She's an eye for an eye kind of girl, and it was brilliant because, in my opinion, it worked. So yes, Jordan then steps up and says that no one really considered how Bria felt about Mariah coming back to the house, even though she recognizes and clocks that Bria does not feel as strongly as she's saying she does. She still is well within her rights to feel that way. So I'm thinking to myself, Jordan, when you say that she does not feel the way that she does about the situation, you're basically saying that she's faking, pouting, and doing all this to get her way. But you're not going to say anything because she's right. I don't. I didn't like that. I don't like Jordan, and so there's that.
Oop.
But I don't. It's not that I don't like Jordan to where anything that she says, I'm automatically against her. Some people are like they have people who they just like hate, and whether they're right or they're wrong, you can't give it to them because you don't like them.
Right.
That's not where I am with Jordan. But I just felt like that was a bit contradictory to what she says that she is. If you know that she's faking and being phony in the moment, say, "Girl, you got a point. You ain't got to fake it, funk. You ain't got to be all fake like that." We understand that, you had a heated altercation with her, but you do not feel as strongly about it. So,
Hmm.
Jay, where are we at with this Jordan thing and inserting herself into something that has nothing to do with her and getting on my nerves?
Jordan and Summer are two sides of the same coin. Bria and Jasmine are two sides of the same coin.
They are.
And Shanice has bikinis.
So she's the fun one.
Yes, and Noelle.
And
And
Noel.
Noelle.
Oh, Noella's my kind of fun.
I love Noelle.
Shanice ain't really my kind of fun. She's a fun girl, don't get me wrong, but I just don't think like she's like the TV that's been left on too long. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that song ever ends. Like I'm trying to go to bed and you're like standing in
Lord.
the room butt naked. Like girl, back up.
Yeah,
But
that's a little.
Shanice is the type of girl that you like go to an after hours with, and
Yes.
y'all are like twirling in a dark room somewhere. Like that's the type of fun girl that she
Keeps
is.
it
She's
light.
fun.
She does. She keeps everything light. It's nothing is too serious. She don't want drama. She just wants vibes. And there's a place for a girl like that.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
The place is a group trip. But I
Yeah,
just feel like she would get on my nerves after a while. That's all.
Yeah.
I only see you at night, girl. Bye.
Oh, you wouldn't hang out with her during the day?
I wouldn't hang out with her during the day.
That's harsh, Chad. What about you?
I could see myself hanging out with her, but I think she would get on my nerve after a while. She one of them friends you gotta mentally prepare yourself with to hang out with.
Yes. Like, oh, look.
Y'all have a good time, but you just gotta be prepared. You can't call me and say I'm down the street. Let's go hang out. No.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't a couple of days notice. Like she's drunk and yelling, "Chase!" across the bar. It's like, girl, what? I'm talking to a guy. With the cars here. Like, okay, go get in it. Go get in it, girl. Ugh.
I
All
agree,
right.
Sean. She would get you caught up in danger.
Yeah, oh yeah, but that's
Mhm.
sometimes it's a little fun, you know. Hey, so we're still at the table breaking down this whole ordeal. Jordan says that between Phil and Mariah, it's becoming just too much for her, and she said, Shanice says that it should be acknowledged. Is that not Shanice? That was Summer. Summer says that it should be acknowledged that at least Jasmine brought up the issue as a whole. And everyone screams at Summer, not now, bitch. And she's like, well, okay, all right. You don't have to yell. It's cool. Right? So, as they let her know that that's not the point, she says that she'll shut up. And Shanice tells her to go get the group shots. Shanice is a little mean too. All of girls is mean. I'm sorry, because I was like, oh, that's not nice. She was like, yeah, go get us some shots. Bria feels like it was shady, but all Jasmine sees is sun. Now, there was an interesting point that was brought up, and the point is basically that if any one of the group felt like that about Phil, he would not be there, as it has been plainly, stated. But because Bria is the only one who has an issue with Mariah, she feels that no one cares about how she feels about the situation. Chad, really give me just like a great um, point from you about why you feel like the Mariah of it all is a big deal for Bria, or just like what are you feeling about the situation in general?
I think it's exactly, and nothing. I think it's very surface. I think it's exactly what you said. Bria is a brat, and it's very. I can't do this. I don't want y'all to do this. And she was like that last season when it happened. It was very much. She didn't give them no wiggle room. Like I felt like that situation, like you said, it didn't get actual physical. I get it. She was in your space, but that situation could have been like calmed down to where Mariah could have stayed. And it was clear that from fan reaction, a lot of people wanted Mariah to stay. So I think that Bria, she's just a brat. And that's really what it is. She doesn't really care about the optics of it. She gets what she wants. And she was going to make it known that, this is my issue. Y'all bringing somebody, I should be able to bring somebody. Simple as that. Nothing more,
Tori?
nothing less.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I don't have anything to add. Tori, any notes? Jay, any notes?
Yeah,
No.
I think Bria's whole issue is I should be able to bring Phil, but also is Jazz, you lied. And it's not a
Right.
democracy. And you been bought her ticket, and I found out. So now I'm gonna use this to say Mariah shouldn't come because you plotted this instead of and you acted. I think this is what got everybody else on board as well. Is saying, girl, you had her booked here before you even asked us. That's why everybody was like, whoa. So it's that too.
I think secretly they all like I think if they all had to pick their least favorite person, I do believe they all like each other. I think Bria is like collectively everyone's least favorite. So I think subconsciously they do just kind of like push her issues under the rug. So I kind of get where she's coming from, but I mean, girl, you're annoying. I wouldn't like you
She
either.
is annoying.
But
Absolutely.
the thing is, they want to like Bria, though. I don't think it's like a situation right now where they're completely turned off on. By this time last season, yes, they were over
She
her,
was
but
she was hella annoying last season.
oh, she
She
was
was
horrible last season.
inconsiderate, everything. Just a gnat.
Oh, come on, Teddy.
The dog
Um,
situation started it.
Yes, absolutely.
the dog situation because the way I would have raised hell if I would have walked in the house and saw that dog last season. Ooh wee.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was just that's what I hate that they gave her, or that Jasmine Hook gave her, a little
No, you
leeway to be
did.
upset. I hated that she gave her that, but she had a right to be upset, rightfully so. But she didn't keep in mind everything that she did last season. That was also very inconsiderate, and it's like now it's kind of coming back to you, girl. Nobody really cares about your feelings when you didn't care about other people's feelings. So
Because they saw how you played the game on that playback. That's what that was. Oh,
Absolutely, I
this is
agree.
what she doing,
Mhm.
and this is what she really thinks. Girl, bump that. Summer wants to talk to Shanice, and Summer says that excuse me, Shanice says that she lost her job and that Summer knew that, and she doesn't have money to buy new clothes, although she is in Dolce Gabbana drip down, honey. She didn't have the new money to buy new Dolce. And Shanice feels like there is some tension there. Summer says that she wasn't aware of any tension, and that's something that they need to definitely go ahead and work out. Summer says that Shanice has the best body, and the table busts out laughing. And Summer gets mad and asks, "What's so funny?" Jordan wants to know why she's yelling, and Summer yells at her that she was not talking to her. Um, Meanwhile, Bria is texting her mom stating that she's leaving to head back to the house. And she's called an Uber and she left to go back to the house, and nobody cared.
No.
Most especially Jasmine. Summer wants to know why no one checks Jordan's ass because she's just as mean. And Preston feels like they both can go from 0 to 100. And he, Tori B, doesn't know if it's a deeper issue that get. Ooh,
They was just kissing and telling each other they love you. I don't know. It's just
no,
very
you know.
weird.
It's because of the pandemic.
Stop. Yeah,
What you
like,
said.
but I just it's very weird. Like we all like where this come from? Where's this animosity? You was just crying. Jordan was just crying about her hair to Summer. They were in the bed. I didn't see anywhere where there would be a breaking down or any issue. It just came out of nowhere. I don't know where it came from. So if it is a lover's quarrel, I didn't see any loving going on. So,
They don't want us to.
Hmm.
hmm.
Chad,
Oh. I mean, I don't even know what to say about these two. It's just I,
Because we
I
don't know
really
nothing.
don't. Yeah, it's like I don't really know what to really say without just coming across like I'm assuming, but something is there. I just don't know what it is. I will agree that something is there. I think we'll eventually get to it, but yeah, I'm not comfortable saying it right now because I don't know. I genuinely do not know.
that's what gets me in so much trouble, Chad. Most people be like, I'm not comfortable because I don't know. And I'm like, this ain't joke. I hate it. Everybody, ah. Jay, I need to work on that.
It's just it doesn't make any sense. Like it's so chaotic and unserious, but serious to them at the same time that it's just like whatever they're arguing. I kind of feel like I have to rewind sometimes. I'm like, did I miss something? Because it just they like go from 0 to 100, then they're at 75, then they're at 20. It's just
I watched it
Here's the thing.
twice
yeah.
yesterday for that
We,
reason because I was like, was I on my phone too long? You know how you be doing tweet? I was tweeting. So I'm just like, did I miss something? And when I watched it again, I was like, I ain't missed nothing. They just go
Mm-mm.
from being cool to bickering. And it's just like, what the hell happened?
it's either that or they're really young. So are they in? They're like in their 20s, right?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Cause
Okay,
child,
because you
ain't
know,
nobody
girls that are
got
really
time.
young, that are that close, especially so close, so fast. Maybe this is what it is, and maybe I'm way off base and just loud and wrong, which is a rarity for me. The phone lines are open. Thank you for watching this video, liking and subscribing to it, as you guys always do. Thank you so much for loving on the show. We're going to be going ahead and wrapping it up, but the phone lines are open. We already got a caller, so let's go ahead and push through it, y'all. The group says Bria goes out and Jasmine does not care, as I mentioned earlier. They're at the club and Noelle sees Alex meeting with girls and linking or whatever, and everyone encourages Noelle to be honest, but at first, she was apprehensive, but she does decide to pull him aside and do so. She tells him that she has feelings for him and lets him know that she wants to think of him. She wants him to think of her as someone that he may have interest in, although she does not have um, any claim to him, and they're both very single. He tells her that she's cute. He almost wanted to pat her on the head. Tells her that he's cute, but he does not want to go through another situation where someone has placed expectations on him, and he wants to take things slow and just get to know her as a new person within the group. Noelle tearfully accepts her rejection, and they both go back inside. And I must admit, this is the first time I felt like some sort of way about anything on Martha's Vineyard since Mariah got voted out, because I felt very strongly about that. It was just a flashback of Mariah voted out, and I couldn't take it. Anyway, um, but this situation, because in my opinion, all signs led to them at least having an attraction towards each other or something, and for him to curb her the way he didn't even do it wrong, or he wasn't rude about it, but I could see why she thought it was the other way around, and then everyone encouraging her and pushing her to go for it. I don't know whether or not they believe that he liked her too, or whether or not this is their second season and they're hip to TV and just pushed her to look a fool because this is her first season. And she seems to be one of the more genuine and earnest people on the cast. I'm really torn about it, but it did tear me up. I hate to see her fight back tears because she was so embarrassed. And I think that when she says, I'm so embarrassed, and she did her hand like that, and I think it hit her like, I'm on TV and I just did this, and this man don't want me, and oh my God. And I just like, my heart broke for her. Jay, did your heart break for Noelle?
It did, but I really just want her to keep it playing just a little bit more. I
Agreed.
understand. I just was like, girl, really? In my very best Cynthia Bailey voice. Like yeah, no, I was just like, we don't go out like that. But I did feel bad. Yeah, child.
Yeah, she jumped the gun on it though. Y'all in the club and you getting mad he in some other girl face. And then she also said, I know I shouldn't be feeling like this because I was just flirting with what's the friend, the guy,
Hendrix.
he fine. To me, he better looking at Alex. But
I
anyway,
agree.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Big cake.
I would have definitely he was giving you way more motion, Noel. Why you up here playing with Alex and you already know that Summer smashed him and you know production was being shady when she gave it a tofu and they kept going doing the camera going back to Summer to get her reaction after she gave it a tofu sandwich. I peeped that. Um, and they was being shady too when she was talking to Hendrix in the pool. So they was going back to Alex's facial reaction.
But
So
he was looking like he was bothered.
this is what I'm saying. So it's all
No, I agree with you. I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
this
They
really, I didn't expect, I must admit, I hate to cut you off. I just
yeah.
must admit that I was shocked that he rejected her. I really was.
He's a fuck boy though.
Okay.
You know, like I think when people like other people, we also our intelligence kind of drops a little bit. Like you've seen the red flags, girl. Why would you even want to get in the midst of him in that Summer drama? Like y'all are cool. Summer fronted to you and lied to you and didn't tell you the truth that she smashed him. So I wouldn't even want to be involved with that. And y'all in the same house for the whole summer? No, thank you.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do this last scene. We got a caller waiting. I'm gonna get Chad start on that last scene, and we're gonna let the caller up. Okay, guys. So they're all headed back home. Jordan wants to know what the deal is with her and Summer. And Summer gets up and storms out of the car. Some of them returns and says, "They can't get a word on edgewise with you, man. Jeez Louise." And she says that Jordan always wants it her way. Jordan yells back, and Summer asks Preston to intervene. He says that he doesn't think that they're hearing one another. The house is still wondering, or the house is now wondering at this point, why are they still in the car? Summer comes back to say one thing, and I thought it was she was gonna say, "I love you," but Jordan cut her off, and they start yelling and screaming again. And she slammed somebody else's car door, and that would have been the time that I would have been on some house as the Uber driver, because I'd be like, "I know you motherfucking lying. You better come back over here. Who you slam? Who door you slamming, boo? Whose car was that?"
Hmm.
Anyway, I just thought that was crazy. Don't be slamming my car door. But the girls have this big knockdown, drag out fight. I tried to rewind it because I wanted to go ahead and transcribe it, but I felt like it was a bunch of nothing. Chad, did you want to get on the last portion of the scene that we just did and then talk about this, and then we're gonna let our caller on?
I really, as far as Noelle goes, I think that she's just young and naive when it comes to Alex. But like Tori said, when you like somebody, sometimes you tend to overlook red flags and you tend to, not do what you know you should be doing. So that's kind of how I felt with Noelle with the whole Alex thing. I hope she stand up um, and get it together. Because yeah, but as far
Stand
as
up.
the Summer and Jordan thing, I thought it was so funny when Summer told Preston to chime in because it was almost like she knows that Preston and Jordan are very, very close. So she wanted to like put Jordan, like push her back up against the wall, like, see, your friend is going to say it too. So I really thought that was kind of shady for her to do that, but it was funny
Mm.
that she needed some reinforcement. But at the end of the day, I still was confused at what was going on. Like, why are y'all going so hard over who's meaner or if one's more mean than the other, or if sometimes she can be mean, why you don't call her? It was just a dumb argument.
Because y'all both
That
mean.
Yeah, I really didn't understand why they was carrying on the way they was carrying on. And it was only adding more validity to the fact that y'all got something else going on that we don't know about. And because ain't nobody getting me that upset for saying that I'm mean or I'm not as mean as you. And it was just petty.
That I don't deeply love. All right, we got our caller. Hey, Ricky. Ricky, you
Hey,
there?
yeah, I'm
Hello,
sorry.
hey.
I'm sorry. I've been waiting so long, Chad. I forgot
I
I was
know, child.
on.
I'm sorry, Bookie Duke.
What's
How
going
are you? Thank you
on?
for calling in. Go ahead and tell us what you thought about this episode.
All right, I got my twist out in, but I'm still gonna cut my camera on, even though I'm looking
Really?
crunchy.
Oh, you didn't have to, but thank
You look
you.
cute.
Hey,
Stop it.
How y'all doing?
Yes.
Jay, what's T?
Hey, what's
It's been a
up?
Oh,
long time. It's been a
I
long
know.
time. So happy to be here. So let me just run through these people real quick because I'm not seeing it for any of these girls this season on Martha's Vineyard. I'm
What
having a
about
really
Noel?
hard
I
time
like Noel.
getting through. I like Noelle. Let's start with Noelle. I like her. She's good, down home Athens, as Nita would say, good old Southern down home. And I think that's the real issue with Alex. Alex gives me that later on down the line, he's going to pop up with a girlfriend similar to Amir's.
oh.
I think he likes.
mm,
I think he likes to play. I think he likes to play in the coloreds, but I don't think he likes to stay in the coloreds. That's just my opinion. We
Okay.
shall see. Noelle. The reason I really like Noelle is I feel like she has a little. I don't want to say I think she resonates more with people that are more urban, right? Even though she presents this way, she's an AKA, she went to, whatever, she still has an urban touch. And I think that's what's missing with a lot of these girls, like Jordan and Summer. What are y'all fighting about? Those are my friends. I'd have been like, shut up. Like, y'all are arguing about absolutely nothing. Go in the house, go to sleep, go back to your
nothing.
whatever. But for Summer and Jordan, I think it's battle of the bourgeoisie. I think that Jordan is used to being the most upper echelon girl in the room, and then Summer comes around and they're calling her Hillary Banks, and she's lighter skin. I hate to bring color into it, but it does play a role in our community. So I think it's just a battle of who's going to be the it girl in the situation. If I had to choose an it girl, it's going to be Jordan, but and I feel so bad that she has alopecia, but that doesn't give her a right to have a bad wig. I'm sorry. She could get that together. The wig is set. The wig is
Well,
Dead.
off.
that was such a dinner. I don't want to talk about nobody here, but
I understand, and I feel bad because hair is a big thing to us in the Black community, but there are many stylists that will reach out and touch her on her journey for free and for promotion. So I think she needs to tap into the community and get that taken care of. I don't understand how Bree is mad at Jasmine when Phil was worse than what Mariah was doing on the show, and you're okay with calling him and having him come back, but you want to get up and walk out. Mariah wants to come back, girl. And also, I still feel like they put her out because she doesn't come from that cloth or that ilk, or they look down on her. I think that's the real reason why they put her out the house personally. But it is what it is. Jasmine's trying to redeem herself. She doesn't have a person in the house that she could really lean on. That's her friend. And I think that's why these girls are arguing. I think they all came together and said, we don't like Jasmine and we're going to get on the show and we're going to be cliquey. And they don't even really like each other. And that's what we're learning. They don't know each other. They don't like each other. They have secret animosity with each other. And it's just really, really, really strange. Now, Noel, I'm going to call you to the carpet for this. I'm sorry, I'm wrapping it up, Chase. I know I'm talking and talking and talking.
Oh, you good? You good, sister? We wrapping it up.
I don't really care if I'm just getting to know a group of people. I'm coming into a friend circle. I'm not about to be trying to date a guy that one of the girls slept with, even if she said, I don't care, girl, do your thing. What's the point? He's already proven to be an asshole. He's already proven to be a fuck nigga. Why would you put yourself in that situation to date him? That makes literally no sense. Just for him to embarrass you in his miniature, mid-size, high top fade, I can't take it. I hate it. The haircut is driving me over a wall every time I look at him. And it's just, and I get it, it's like, I forgot what the theory is called. I just think it's because it's a small group and they're in the vineyards and there might not be too many. They're with each other. You kind of want to grasp at the cutest guy in the room. Like, all right, well, out of what we have to offer, he's cute. But we don't. Good night, Alex. Good night and goodbye. Go stretch. Go run with Alex, whoever. I'm over it. He's not that fine. And he embarrassed her. And it's the girl's fault. You have absolutely right to say something. How does she have a right to say something to him about him talking to girls in the club when they haven't even established that they were a thing yet? What are you doing? I just said, girl, let's go down to the bar and just look and talk shit about the girl. But you're not about to confront him, baby. That's psychotic.
I'll just give her credit by saying she acknowledged that she was territorial. And she had no business being territorial because she was in another nigga face.
But
And then she did it anyway.
That's not her territory. You got to be territorial over your territory, babes. You haven't conquered anything over on this land, baby. He still owns his land. Henny. I'm just over it. I just feel like it's too bourgeoisie. And y'all jump in if I'm wrong. Don't get me wrong. I love upper echelon. I love, those, exposure to different types of communities of Black people. But I feel like none of them touch grass. I feel like none of them, maybe besides Preston, is really out here touching grass. Like, do you guys hear what you guys are arguing about or complaining about? It seems really performative or like faux avant-garde. I just can't take it. It's not resonating authentically with me this season, and I'm over it.
Well, whoop, there it is. Thank you for calling, Ricky. We appreciate it, okay?
Bye, Ricky.
Bye, Ricky. But one thing about Ricky B, she's going to give you the tea, okay? And that's why I appreciate her. And she'll actually be sitting in with us next week on the show. So look forward to Ricky. Speaking of someone else who'll be sitting in on us, our last call in, and we got to go. Asia D, what's your tea?
Asia.
Okay. Hey, y'all. Hey to the people.
Hey.
Okay. So for me, I just heard what Ricky said, so I just got to disagree with her. I'm gonna just do it early before we get there next week. These are authentic Black people in that age range, and Nick dresses like an old man. That's authentically him. Jordan is actually losing her hair. That's authentically her. Preston is pressed about that man trying to come back in the house. That is authentically him. So while it's not who we are as Black people, because we are all individuals, I I can honestly say that I feel like they are being their authentic self. You know they being their authentic self because y'all saw how Noah was just acting. That was embarrassing.
Let me ask you this, Asia. In regards to their authenticity, I wholeheartedly agree with you. Does their authentic truth make for compelling television? Is a question. What do you think?
It does for me
Okay.
because I want to see that. So I don't always want to see mess. I don't want to see people poking each other and sleeping around with each other. Like I want to see how we live our authentic lives on a day-to-day basis. Now a little drama here and there is great, but it's time to give us some authentic entertainment. Everything doesn't have to be razzle dazzle, throwing tables, or Bria acting a fool. And I really feel like Bria is delusional enough. Like she's delusional enough on the show that we're fine. We have it. We have it right here and there. You got any
They
more
have a
questions?
perfect formula.
I really think so. And to be honest, that whole entire cast is really great in person, and that's what I really want. I want to see fine Black people.
Oh, you met them?
Yeah, at the Viv Clico Polo Classic
Bev
last
Clicquot.
That's right. You met him at the classic. Is Nick Hansy?
year. Next question.
Who?
Next
He's being
question.
authentic. He's being authentically him, Asia, right?
Honestly, yeah, he's very. I'll say this.
Authentically handsy.
What I'll say about Nick from my brief time meeting him is he is probably one of my favorite people, and you can tell that he was raised to love and take care of women. So you can kind of take that how you take it, but when they sat there and said that they don't feel it's creepy, it's just handsy, it's just that.
Well,
I can agree with that. That's how I felt too.
he should be handsy with his woman and take care of his woman, which I'm sure he does.
I'm pretty sure that's why. I mean, she's staying around, so she ain't left, and y'all not gonna tell her to leave her man when she don't want to leave him.
I would never advocate for anybody to do something they don't want to do.
Chad, don't stretch like that. Put your arms down.
Right.
All right, Asia, did you have anything else you wanted to add?
No, y'all doing a good job. I love the show. Can't wait to join you guys.
Yes, can't wait to
And
have
I'm
you.
really great.
All right, see you soon.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
Bye.
Asia.
All right, you guys, it's been a little longer than anticipated, but thank you for rocking with us. Thank you guys for being up here. Next week, we're going to figure out whether or not they doing the scissor or not. I guess we'll find out next week. Um, and they finally get the meltdown that they wanted from Jasmine. I'm sure Chad will be happy about it. But with that being said, thank you guys for liking and subscribing. We'll be having happy hour this week on Wednesday unless something absolutely imperative breaks. But until then, Chad, Tori B, Jay, for everyone in the comment section, thank you. To Ricky and Asia for calling in, thank you. And we will see y'all next week, okay?
Bye.
Peace.
Bye, y'all.